listen to him.
Speaking of Vince, I was meant to tell you that I have a theory that this whole thing that's going on with Vince, this whole debacle with the court and stuff.
I have a theory too. Go ahead.
I think it's self-hired.
You think this is Vince's way out?
This was Vince's way out. Like, Vince did all of this. Not saying if it's even true. I believe all of it's paid acting to have him bow out of the company. This is why.
Okay.
He has Stephanie at that time looking for things. You had reports at that time that Shane was in and out the company because they were trying to all figure out what's going to be the next.
Are you saying he had no heir?
Had no hair, yeah.
He had no heir.
So imagine having Stephanie, even Triple H and Shane, you croak tomorrow.
You know, he could have had some kind of, I don't want to call it a crisis, but a moment where he's like, fuck, I'm about to hit 80. How old is he? I can't remember.
I think he is 80 something.
He's 80 something, right?
Yeah.
He's probably like looking at like, I don't have that much longer.
I don't have much longer. I don't want the days to come and this is not settled.
And this blows up.
And then it blows my shit up. So
and then my kids are left with nothing, my family, my wife.
I'm going to go ahead and settle this TKO deal. I'm going to set it up to where I could just say bye. Because look at even his bye. You know, now here forever, bye. Peace.
So you're
I
saying,
don't want no big ceremony. He Farouked us.
Yeah.
And the best way possible to do it is to even, you know what? And I still don't know what the fuck's going to happen with my company after. Tarnish my name.
And this is why I'm saying.
I die with Attitude Era.
And this is why I'm saying, this is why I'm the ultimate Vince Mark. Because that's what he did is he sacrificed everything he worked for to help his family, to take care of his family.
And that's why it became to get him the fuck out of here. Play the music.
Can I tell you my theory?
Go ahead.
My theory is that Vince McMahon is, and this is actually on paper, Vince McMahon is one of Trump's biggest donors.
Yes.
And I think if you look at the timing, it was right around the time they were going after all of Trump's guys, all of Trump's friends, because they were trying to stop his campaign.
Mm-hmm.
I think Vince fell into that. I think Vince was one of those guys that they were like, they looked at. His wife is part of Trump's cabinet. He donated, I think. You know, Vince actually saved Donald Trump's first campaign.
I heard about that.
When that thing came out about the grab him by the pussy thing, right? Trump's campaign was pretty much done. Like, the media got a hold of it. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't say it was done.
And look who comes and saves the day.
Vince came in and said, "This shit ain't done."
Vince came
You're
in
my
and says,
boy.
Of course we grab them by the pussy, man. How else are we gonna fucking do it? Let's get this train going.
They let you.
I have my hand in one now.
On this call. So I think what happened was, what happened was that Vince was like, no, this campaign ain't done. And he donated a whole bunch of money and he helped out Trump in a big way with his campaign.
You made it sound so novice because you keep Vince in such a high pedestal.
What do you do?
Fucking Linda came home and said, "Where's your checkbook? We got to keep this alive for my job."
No. I think her getting her position was Trump saying thank you.
No, she was already in the cabinet. She was in the cabinet since the beginning.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, I did when that came out. She was on the cabinet since the beginning.
Either way, though, Vince wanted Trump to become president because they are actually friends.
And it's also true that the McMahon's name was already on a plaque for the campaign structure.
Fair enough.
So you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I don't remember the timing exactly, so that could be true.
So,
but I think
I'm an investor already, bitch. You better keep this shit running.
I'm just saying, I think that all ties in. Because Vince basically got taken down around the same time Trump. Yeah. They tried to take down Trump, except Vince they both had.
So initially, we're both saying it's a self bailout.
I think there's something more fishy about the Vince thing. Yeah. But I do agree that it could be both. It could be that Vince saw that he was getting taken down in an unfair way. Yeah. And by the way, he completely exonerated himself.
That's the next thing. In my theory, And you said it first, but it matches with mine. After he bows out,
he saw it coming, and he was like, you know what? I'm going to save my riches before they take me down for real.
See it coming, because I believe to see it coming was today's the date where we're going to get this shit launched and leaked. We already paid the bitch. She's already on board. We're going to leak the text messages out to the world. He started the whole operation of his court hearing. Like, he started it all, I believe.
Well, remember, that started with the hush money, I think.
The hush money, yeah. Everything. I believe, because what you said was watch he leaves the company and everything goes silent. We rarely hear an update about this Vince trial.
Well,
it's just enough to be like, what happened to the Vince trial? Well, because everything we get is just synopsis of what we already know.
Well, the last thing
reworded.
It's because this is why I think it's because the case is actually really weak, and because Vince's lawyers put out messages where the woman is consenting to everything.
Yeah, so they're going to conclude it with it looking like Vince win, but we'll never hear a verdict, and Vince is just going to go with the wind.
I think we're both in agreement on this, right? If this case never came up, Vince would still be in charge of WWE right now.
Yeah.
To the day he died.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But that's where it goes to my belief that he didn't want to do it to the day he died because it's going to be left in what hands?
I think he really did want to turn it over to his family. I think he wanted to turn it over to Triple H and Stephanie.
But Stephanie was acting crazy and Shane was acting crazy. You remember they both left like abruptly.
And Triple H is the only one left.
Yeah.
But I think he was. That's why he spent so many like decades at this point.
Because if they wanted to keep
mentoring
it the family, they could have
mentoring Triple H. Because if he, why would he waste the time doing that if he wasn't going to make him his predecessor?
I would believe it's it would be more like an Alfred gig. You're always going to be the guardian. You're my right hand man right now. You're going to be the right hand man to who's in my seat when I'm gone.
Yeah, it's passing it off,
but not passing it off because the right hand man, in the sense you're saying, is he's going to take the main seat after the master dies. He's going to still be the right hand man to whoever comes. He's going to be the one that be like, hello, boss. Here's the Algomac. This is exactly how Vince had it. This is what Vince want. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be that guy.
He'd be the guy that after Vince dies, he'd make decisions and people go, why? And he'd go, it's what Vince would
He wouldn't make decisions. He would have a whole master book. He would have the manifesto. He'd be the keeper of the manifesto, and he brings it to the new boss and be like, this is what we have to carry on.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's
what Vince would have wanted.
But it's not him believing that's what Vince wanted. It's actually what Vince wanted.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Huh. I think he would have actually, I think that's why Vince was training him. I think he had him under his wing and
had him. I get what you mean by under his wing, but under his wing to me means when I'm gone, you're going to have this seat. It's still the boss's decision to take what Triple H says and do it. But Triple H has that pedigree because he's the right hand to the success.
Let's be absolutely real, right? Vince is an old school guy. You know he's a sexist. You know he wanted to leave it to his son. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When he saw what Stephanie would have done with the company, he probably was like, this isn't going to work. And I think he saw Triple H as almost like the son he always wanted kind of thing. Which would also show you why Shane McMahon tried to kill himself being a wrestler. Mm-hmm. Because he was probably trying to prove to his dad, look, I'm what you always wanted.
Yeah.
But Vince looked at it and was like, that's stupid. Why did you fucking do that?
One day we'll either have a Dark Side of the Ring or a documentary on Vince McMahon.
He's one of the most mysterious dudes.
Yeah.
Mysterious, famous people ever.
When that shit come out, I know it's going to be... They just wait for him to die. And they're dropping it. I'm pretty sure Stephanie and Shane already wrote their half.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I bet you we don't hear anything that's super insane. I don't think we hear
heard it for everybody else. It'll be a money grab. Because what they have.
I don't know. That's why he's one of my.
He's going to be Biggie and Tupac when they die. That's how the McMahon name is going to stay relevant and money in their pocket.
That's what I'm saying.
The slaughtering of Vince McMahon.
That's why he's one of my favorite people ever, because he's really probably one of the most interesting people that ever lived. What the fuck is he?
What if they do drop a documentary and it is live footage and he's a fucking dickhead like I've been saying this whole time?
I would love it. Me next, Vince. Me next.
I wish you were my dad.
No, but that's my point though, is I think I maybe I understand Vince in a way that, because people say that I'm a dick. You know what I mean? But I think a lot of people just don't take the truth the right way. And I think Vince is a truth teller in real life. I'm saying,
if that was the case, he would have told his son to quit a long time ago, not to keep going extreme.
He did. He told him after the Kurt Angle match, "Don't ever do." He was pissed off at him.
Yeah, but then he went out and did a freaking. Or it's still the Kurt Angle match when he fell off.
When he fell off the top.
Yeah.
Thing. No, that was with Steve Blackman or something. And Test was involved. That was one spot though. No, Vince was pissed off at the whole match that him and Angle had because of the suplexes into the glass and all that. It was too dangerous.
It's not his fault they didn't change the glass.
Well,
it wasn't sugar. It was supposed to be.
It's supposed to be sugar glass.
Yeah.
I don't think it was.
It was tempered.
No, I think they thought it was regular glass.
No, I remember I just watched it. It was supposed to be fake. It was supposed to be the same glass Pillman went through.
Yeah, but I don't think that's sugar glass because the spot wasn't planned.
It was.
They said that they called it in the match. Vince didn't even know about the spot, so why would they have sugar glass if they
had? Because they knew that the glass was supposed to break. They said that Kurt just said it in the Rivals video. You can watch the Rivals documentary.
Okay, maybe, but there's a lot of times where there's different stories that come out about, and Kurt is a fucking loosey goosey with his memory.
Hey, it's a WWE documentary. It's not a Chris Jericho narrated.
I don't see why that would be. Okay, maybe I'm wrong about what Vince was actually mad at, but I think that was it, because that was the worst part of the match.
I think Vince saying "Don't ever do that again" is you saw that it wasn't a prop. Don't keep doing it over and over. Yeah, you probably fucked up the flow of the match, bitch. Now,
well, he fucked up the flow of his brain.
Yeah.
Sometimes I still think about. You remember that sound that you hear?
That melon hit.
Shane's head just hit.
Yeah.
Nice beefy hit on the fucking concrete.
Twice.
Oh. It's one of the greatest things you could see, but it's it's insane.
I'm surprised he doesn't have a dent there now, like Obi.
He might. He twitches a lot.
But like I was gonna say before, with Vince, I think he had a chance. He had multiple chances to go, okay. I won't say multiple. He had a chance to go, all right, I'm getting old. I'm leaving it to you guys. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't go down like that at all.
That's what I'm saying.
He started looking for deals. He started looking for extensions. He started looking for lifelines.
No. I think that's where it got to. I think he was all with the plan of, I'm going to do this till I die, and then I'm going to leave it to Triple H and Stephanie and whatever. But
he reneged somewhere.
No, where he reneged is, I think he saw they're going to try to take me down, and they're going to try to take my company down with me. And I think he was like, you know what? I'm going to sell it so that way I get some money from this. And then also they can't rip down my company that I built for fucking, and my dad built.
That's a good one. Or it's going to get ripped up after I'm gone, and they're going to leave my name fucked up because y'all fucked it up. So let me sell it to someone that I think won't fuck it up.
I guarantee you, before Vince stepped down, he brought a brain trust into the room. Not Stephanie, but Triple H and a couple of the execs that he trusts, and said to them, listen, they're going to take me down. I'm actually going to step down. I need you guys to follow through on, make sure my company doesn't go to fucking hell.
And I think that's when Shane said, fuck it, I'm out.
Maybe.
With that talk.
I don't recall the timeline exactly.
It was the timeline. It was literally right there, like weeks before the whole scandal dropped, Shane was like, he was supposed to be there for a PLE and didn't show or didn't come or
something
like that.
No, it was the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Vince hated how he booked himself in the Rumble.
Yeah.
And then he fired him, I think, on the spot.
Or maybe that's what they told us. Maybe he never blew his quads.
Who?
Shane. You remember he blew his quads in the middle of it?
Well, that was WrestleMania.
Oh, that was WrestleMania.
Yeah. With Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. Was that the year Vince got stunned?
I think it was.
Shit show.
It was the greatest end to a WrestleMania and then the worst end the next night.
And then he booked himself after for Royal Rumble?
Shane?
Yeah.
I believe it was after. It was the next year. Sometimes my timeline is spotty on the later years of wrestling.
Or maybe it was all... that's what they just told us. Maybe Shane was supposed to have this extravagant run. Not saying run like get titles or anything, but his face is back in the company and people get familiar with him again. And Vince was gonna.
Well, he was the best in the world.
But then Vince said, "Hey, check this out, man. They're about to take you down. I don't want to be involved in that shit." Because you heard that there's speculations that Shane's been talking with AEW.
Yes.
So
who knows? Is Shane gonna take over by AEW?
And imagine turnkeying that bitch.
Imagine. I see it more going down the route that Tony Khan gets him hooked on cocaine.
I have it more imagined that Vince have him on a wire and brought him over there so then he could merge it with WWE and they take the whole shit.
He's trying to kill it?
Yeah. The pesticide.
I'm gonna send the poison.
The invasion man himself.
It does say McMahon on the line.